Então, galera, estamos aqui com mais um jogo aqui da MLS. Na verdade é o primeiro da MLS, né? O outro foi na no jogo de seleções. Então a gente vai tentar aqui fazer um trade, né? Tentar aqui fazer uma entrada no onde, primeiro tempo. Tá meio difícil de corresponder aqui, né? Não tem muita liquidez no mercado. Vamos ver se a gente pega aqui a 192, né? Aí entramos. Depois do gol o jogo ficou um pouco truncado. Não teve muita chance de gol claras. Ficou muito ali no meio, a bola saindo na lateral. A odd subiu.
First time looking for Drew Moore, takes it on his shoulder nicely. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. Midway through the first half. It's going according to plan if you're a Montreal side, because clearly you're ahead, but also you've played midweek, 3 games or a third game in 7 days. You don't want to be the side chasing the game at altitude. So at the moment, they're able to dictate the tempo.
On a good day, you don't want to come into altitude and have to chase the game. On the backside of 3 games in 8 days on the road, you definitely don't. And that early goal means that they can't afford to sit in. Conserve energy, defend where they need to defend, not have to press high. Major difference in the way they manage the game from here.
It's the Rapids' final home game of 2015. 2 road games to follow. Sporting Kansas City on the 21st. Portland Timbers on the 25th. Interesting, you look at the Rapids' record. Final home games. Coming into this contest, it was 4, 6 and 9, which might surprise a few people. Just the 4 wins in the previous 19 final home games of the season. Today at Transamerica, we're helping more than 19 million Americans with solutions for insurance, investments and retirement. Transamerica. Transform tomorrow. McMath early finding Ramirez. Solignac's dropped short. Failure in understanding there, I think. It weren't quite on the same wavelength. Solignac went to make a run as Ramirez played the ball inside. Duca as well. Rio Coca just palming off Juan Ramirez quite easily. Look at Bernier, Piatti, Drogba, Rio Coca, Simon, Camara. This is an experienced bunch.
Definitely is, and they won't be afraid about managing it, slowing the tempo, doing exactly what they need to do to minimize the chances that they concede in here.
We talk about him being a big man, Didier Drogba, but he is an expert in just timing the challenge, just making the body go limp. He times that. Did that on that occasion. Sam Cronin into the back. Free kick won by Didier Drogba.
And Drogba hasn't. Nobody's been afraid to call a foul in his favor this year either.
Well, those watching on Wednesday night will have seen Drogba gamesmanship at his best. Red Bull's getting ready to take their penalty kick. Sasha Glastian was about to take the kick, and Drogba with the penalty, with the ball fairly and squarely on the penalty spot, went and removed it, and just to try and disrupt Klestjan, who then had his penalty saved. No card shown by the referee, which will have surprised many, because that was purely trying to upset the penalty taker. And for a moment we had two balls on the pitch. Play is allowed to continue. Already Montreal, through Callum Manis on that occasion, looking to slow down the play and run down the clock. We've still got a little less than 20 minutes of this half to go, never mind the second 45. Montreal had a session here on Friday afternoon, training sessions. We watched that ball over the top. Solignac was only half expecting that one to land at his feet. He's turned away from Rio Coca. It's a goal kick to Montreal. Did you get a chance to look at that on Friday afternoon, their session? I imagine it was a gentle session, wasn't it?
Well, I clearly didn't get a chance to, as part of the staff here. I was not allowed to go wander in, and but I do know that they were out there. We did see them around the ground yesterday.
Just to try and get the flight out of their legs from New York. And there are question marks over how long Piatti can go in this game as well. He's missed the last 4. He did train with FC Montreal of the USL affiliate earlier in the week before joining the side in New York on Wednesday. There are question marks over whether he'll go the 90. Felipe, I think, caught Drogba on the foot. That was poor from Ramirez. He assumed where the player was. Duca back to Rio Coca, under pressure from Ramirez. A free kick to the Impact, who are controlling most aspects of this game so far, Brian.
Well, they have. They've, like you said a moment ago, it's kind of going according to plan. If it's not on, go ahead and play forward, concede a little bit of possession in the front of the team, doing exactly what they'd like to see.
And the ball looking for Drogba, just puts it into the mix. Manis to Drogba, back to Rio Coca. A little sloppy on that was Rio Coca. Gives the free kick away. Exact spot. And mounting up. Most of those have been on Juan Ramirez, haven't they?
I think so.
Pitanari finds Solignac, gets the return as Pitanari just skips on. Put a top spin on that. Nutmegged on Duca from Pitanari. Solignac holds off his man, finds Cronin. Oh dear. Sean St. Ledger creating his own problems there. Powers to Pitanari. Badgie just hugging the shoulder of the last man. Nice work from Powers and Solignac. It's not too much joy going forward, side to side at the moment from the Rapids. Solignac heavy. His first touch has not been great. Cronin. It's more out of hope than anything else.
is more of what you want to see from the team. Short, quick balls that move a little bit and then try to spring that last one. But it's going to have to be incredibly clean because you've allowed Montreal, with the scoreline, to sit a little bit deep.
Physical, I'm sure. A game where, you know, if you make a mistake, it's probably going to end up in the back of your net. There wasn't too many made last night, and the ones that were, you know, both teams seem to capitalize. So obviously want to make good decisions with the puck, be close in support, knowing that you might have to take a hit to make some plays here. But for us, we want to try and, you know, connect the dots out of our zone and play in the offensive zone here.
Teams talk often about character and an identity. Is October 9th too early to build an identity and character when you win the way you guys won last night?
Yeah, I mean, it says a lot about some guys, and obviously, you know, Oscar being a newer guy to our team, and
Comfortably contained at the moment. Didier Drogba's goal is the difference.
Well, slow possession in the back four isn't exactly what's going to get them to where they want to be. They got to move it, play it, set it, get another body into that space. Really look to break lines.
The Rapids home record 5-6-5 coming into this game, and that will be a disappointment. Aside from having not made the playoffs, that you look at reasons, home form at altitude, you look at the advantages that you should have. You look at the number of games where the Rapids have led in games, and normally that then forces the opposition to chase the game. Uses a lot more energy when you're doing that. A 5-6-5 record here will be a major reason as to why the Rapids have not made the playoffs this season. Trailing here in their final home game to a Didier Drogba goal from around 30 yards out. Curled it up and over the wall. Zach McMahon was flailing as he threw himself away to his left-hand side. He was not too close to it either, was he? It is a perfect free kick from Didier Drogba.
Well, you've got the wall to do your work on that side of it, and Drogba's done a spectacular job of getting it up and down. Perfect distance too, because it's easier to get it over the wall and have it die.
Billy Duca. It's curled out of play and back in again. Goal kick to Colorado. To the last 10 minutes of the first half. The Rapids had the brighter of the starts between these two sides. Dominic Badji went close. Rapids fans head to the Rapids Pride Zone on coloradorapids.com to participate in exclusive fan contests and giveaways. Go to coloradorapids.com and check out the Rapids Pride Zone today. Malice gives away though to Dylan Powers. Ramirez just delays himself on the ball a little too long, and in fact gives away the free kick. And that's going to be a yellow card rightly to Juan Ramirez, who's not impressed by the decision. And that's an easy one for the referee.
I'm not impressed by Juan Ramirez in his entirety there. He's got to just move the ball on. So casual, so slow in there. not even forward looking. If he does play that ball, he's going to put the next guy under pressure. Can he move it? Can he get it going? If not, then you have to look to put another player in that spot that can keep it going, because the space between lines is non-existent. So you're going to have to get that ball moving to open it up a little bit, and they've just got to do a better job of moving the ball.
Does some of that come down to, you know, there's a number of unfamiliar faces in this Rapids lineup? But saying that, we've seen it week in, week out. There does seem to be, even at this stage of the season, there does seem to be a lack of fluidity with this Rapid side, moving the ball quicker, 1, 2, 3 extra touches, because players are not making themselves available to the man in possession.
Well, yes, it's twofold, because one of the problems is, in a lot of cases, they aren't making themselves available. It's a play and a stand. In this case, it's a back to goal, dribbling sideways just to draw pressure, and then never releasing the ball. You know, that's not the fault of others. It's the fault of the player on the ball. So, you know, it's twofold. This team spent a lot of time talking about the first scenario where you do have support, you play, move, get into a better position, but then it comes down to a player's individual choice to move the ball on.